Hello, spiritual collective. So I am being called to tell you that you need to put on your crown. Which is why I'm wearing my crown today. Crowns in your spiritual practices, because you're a queen, you are a king. Accept leadership. Accept a leadership role. Divine leadership. Universe. Spirit. Guides, goddesses, gods. Angels, demons. Spirits of above, and in between. What message do we need to hear on this night to move us forward in our lives for our highest possible good and for divine highest purpose? So shall it be. Amen. Okay. Ooh, we got a lot going on, so we need to adjust our crowns and get to it. Got to adjust a lot of stuff here. Evil eye, very important. Okay, so everything else. Oh my god, I said evil eye is important. Okay. I said evil eye is important. Adjusted the evil eye. I put the deck down in the box that I'm putting it in. And evil eye is the card that is staring at me. Message forward. All the other cards are not message forward. Evil eyes. I'm counting this as because my eyes went straight to it after adjusting the evil eye, which I felt called to do. Weird stuff. Weird stuff happens, especially during readings. So we're counting that. Okay. Evil eye. Very important to protect yourself from the evil eye. Now, we have two forward. That's a forward energy because it was face forward to me when I looked over there. And I was called to engage in it energetically. Very important, evil eye. Okay, so on a soul level, and they love to see you fail. Ooh, we're putting on our crown because we need our crown. We need our crown for this. On a soul level, they love to see you fail. These are an evil eye. These are the face forward energies that are direct. They're pretty obvious. They love to see you fail. They smile when they see you're having a rough day. Have you ever had that? I've had that. They see that you're upset. They see that you're having a rough time of it, and they smile. They have a smug smile on their face. I once told a person I worked with, it was a good test. I wasn't really testing at the time, but I was like, yeah, at that time I was feeling a lot of pain in my lower back. Issues, anyways. And I said, oh yeah, I'm just in a lot of pain. And she smiled. But the way she smiled was like with glee. She couldn't hide it. She couldn't hide a lot of stuff. That was probably her problem. She couldn't hide things. When I said I was in a serious amounts of pain and I was just upset with people in general, she took such glee. This is an illustrator of what this is, okay? They love to see you fail. They love to see you in pain. They love to see you suffer. Evil eye, they're sending this to you on a soul level. This is an attack on your soul, your energetic presence. It bothers them, your aura. People do weird slips of tongue. They do weird slips of tongue, so you have to watch it. But for an example, I was doing my job and someone comes in, they're playing, like her and this friend, coworker, comes by and they have carts, grocery store carts, but large carts for workers, pretending to come at me and hit me, which is just like usually joking around. We often do that. But so she did that, but then the other, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And the other girl said, oh, it's your aura. And I was like, oh, you're attacking my aura. And they both were like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. But it was such a weird... I was coming at it like, oh, you're talking about aura. Because they said aura, so I thought that was kind of weird. Why would you say, oh, it's my aura? And I'm like, oh, you attacked my aura. And then they were both like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Exposure much. I feel like that right there, the slip of tongue, the weird actions, exposes a lot. Just like that woman, the coworker couldn't conceal her smile and her glee. It wasn't just even a smug smile, which a lot of smiles are smug. But this one had glee in her eyes. People can, oh my God, there's 3 cards here. I thought it was 1 or 2. I thought it was 1. It's 3. 2 down facing, 1 facing up, but all hidden under 1 card. The 1 card that's face down, this all means something. Too much attention. I would say this is pretty direct, but it's being indirect. So maybe people are paying attention to you without paying attention to you. Okay? Too much attention, or not paying attention to you to get you to feel a certain way. Not that I care. I like it when people don't pay attention to me, to be honest. Maybe not when I'm trying to give a message out, but when it comes to like existing in the world, dealing with the public, I'd rather work alone. I'd rather just be solitude, a hermit on the job, to be honest. Too close for comfort. So too much attention, face down, too much comfort, too close for comfort, face down. So when they get too close to you, if you feel like you're being gang stalked or harassed, what people will do is they'll get really close to you. And not everyone who gets close to you is doing this, but a lot of people who get too close to you and have an energy are doing this. Usually I can tell if a person is shopping for something or if they're going to do an attack, because I can feel it. A lot of energy vampires who tell you that they want to be energy vampires online. Again, there's different ways to do it. There's ethical ways to do it and unethical ways to do it. There just is ethical ways and unethical ways to be a vampire. I'm just saying that it's out there. The unethical ones need to get close to you. Need to find a hole. And with the gang stalking, that's an element of psychic vampirism, okay? They get too close for comfort and then they do their thing. The thing that they do. If you are not new to the gang stalking method or the covert harassment method, you know whatever this thing is. It can be a whistle. It can be a snap. It can be a gesture that is repeated over and over again across multiple people. Whatever it is, to get you to react, to get you to respond, to let your guard down, and to get an energetic cord within you. It allows them to suck. When you respond, they have a cord to you, and then they can feed off you. And then, because there's such a reaction, you may be thinking about them down the line, and they're sucking this from you. They're sucking your energy from you. Gang stalking is psychic vampirism. Okay? Too close, but they have to get close to do it. Okay? Ignoring, not seeing the signs. Ignoring / not seeing the signs. This was direct, but it was hidden by the other two. The too much attention and too close for comfort. Okay, so they're too close for comfort and there's too much attention, so you ignore it. And so you're not seeing, or act like you're not seeing the signs, although you do. But because of this is going on, you act like you don't see it. This is a person who is, I'm speaking to you, a person who is covertly harassed. A victim of a smear campaign, gang stalking, that type of energy. Covert harassment and psychic vampirism through various different methods. Again, this is varied. Your experience will differ depending on who you are and how they choose to attack you. Okay? So you choose to ignore them and not see that. You see the signs. You act like you don't see the signs. Because you have to keep your sanity. The reason why all this is happening is jealousy. This is a hidden jealousy. Ugh. Two-faced. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Two-faced. You saw me pull it. You saw me do the stuff. Two-faced and jealousy. Underlying energies. Okay? This makes sense. You would be a two-faced person. You would be jealous to send the evil eye, to see you, love to see you fail, to get close to you, to vampirize you on a soul level. They have to get close and be two-faced. They are jealous of you. They are jealous of your gifts. They're jealous of something. They're jealous of your leadership. If you are a chosen one, they're jealous of your chosen one role because that gives you gifts. I believe that chosen ones transcend religion. They are gifted. You don't have to belong to a certain religion to be a chosen one. You will, however, have gifts. You will have abilities. Okay? So with all this like, Christian, only Christians and only this religion can be chosen. No, that's not how it works. Chosen one from God, chosen one from the universe, chosen one with powers of gifts. And it doesn't mean that you're chosen from divinity, although you are, but you also choose this path for yourself. You align with divinity. The two choices come together, creating a chosen path, okay? Anyways, I'd love to see you fail. That's why you need to wear your crown. That's why I was drawn to put on my crown. You're going to need your crown. You're going to need your power. You're going to need your authority to navigate all of this. And you're also going to have to protect your crown chakra. Crown chakra is important. They like to attack this. They attack your crown chakra. They are coming in through the head, crown chakra, spirituality, fear, mental thoughts, trying to give you a psychosis, trying to give you a mental illness, trying to make you crazy so that they can drug you up on something, because everyone likes to give you drugs these days, right? Which can make it worse. I'm not trying to, if you take something, I'm not judging. I'm just saying I've been in the mental health arena throughout my life for depressants. I'm no longer on antidepressants, but I know how they work. I know how mood stabilizers work. I know certain different types of drugs and how they affect me. They affect everyone differently, but I'm not new. And I'm not new to like how therapists will treat you within different arenas. That's a different video for a different day. Crown chakra. They try to get in. They tried to make an attachment through your crown chakra. Make you crazy. Important to get with your leadership role. Your leadership role. You are leadership. You may find that people in leadership have a problem with you. It's because they notice this about you. They notice your capability, even though you may choose not to be in a leadership role. I've been on the bottom of the totem pole at my place of employment for years. I do not excel. I do not want to move up. I have my own thing on the side that I do independently from work, that I am excelling in. I do not want to excel at what I do for a paycheck at work. Okay? That being said, they still see you as a threat for some reason. Probably because you can read through them like crazy. The moon, the hidden. There's something hidden here. Also, dream work in the moon is very important. There's black cat energy coming in here. Connection to the divine and witchcraft. Both good and negative. There is witchcraft being done on you, but you are stealthy. You move through the night. The same dark witchcraft that is used on you, you resonate with on a certain level. Not to say that you use the same method of magic in the same way. It's just that you are dark. I heard, God, what is her name? What is she? It's high priest, no, something priestess on YouTube. I will clarify clarify later. But she talks about dark-coded. So there's something about you being dark-coded, that you are in line with these dark energies as well as the light energies. So it works for you. People trying to use it against you, it works for you, okay? And the discernment card of this deck. Okay? And I just want to read it this time. I know the concept of not everything that's light is good, not everything that's dark is bad. Dark does not always equate to evil, and then light does not always equate to good. Reading between the lines, good and evil, not always what they seem. And the black cat, again, what did I say? Dark magic is being used against you, illusion magic, but also you use this magic yourself in a different way. I cannot make this up. You see how this all flows together when you're doing a reading? Any of you are curious about doing readings? See, watch how this all flows. It always flows. And to the side of me, I have choices. They want to have you, because it was upside down, at least in this, they want to have you making bad choices, but you are very conscientious. You wear your crown. You are very stable, even though people have tried their hardest to bring you down. And maybe they have gotten close because it was too much at one point. But you healed and you transcended and you know how to make the right choices. You own right choices, okay? You know, not always, sometimes we all slip up every now and then, but on the most part, for the things that really matter, you make the right choices. Conclusion, something needs to end. You may be an author as well. You may be writing something. But something, a chapter in your life is destined to end and a new chapter is beginning. You are responsible for writing this new chapter. There's something about your leadership. Other people aren't writing this new chapter for you. You are writing it yourself. I'm seeing entrepreneurship. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? You know, quitting that toxic job and working for yourself. And again, working for yourself ain't a bed of roses as much as, but there's a lot of good stuff to it. And if you're able to do it, wow. Your crown. You got to believe in yourself. This is why you should buy yourself a crown and you should wear it. Connect it. Mine is connected to a deity. My crown is connected to a deity. You can connect your crowns that you get just like you would an amulet to different deities for different purposes and wear these. Okay? Meditation. Meditation. Do it. It's going to clear your mind. It's going to protect your crown chakra. It's going to engage your crown chakra. Okay. Crown chakra is very important to protecting you from the evil eye, which is trying to attack your crown chakra. Meditation is really going to engage. It's really going to strengthen that chakra for you. I'm feeling drawn to this deck, which is of the craft. What kind of witchcraft do we need to do? What kind of energies are around? How we need to engage this energy? What's going on here? Yeah, there's a lot of people about, okay, gray witch, neutral magic. You do light and dark magic. Again, how I said you're dark-coded, you're also light-coded. You hold these codes within you, and you are able to really balance that liminality. It's a very liminal state between light and dark. I believe the true magic lies in this gray magic, okay? Now, I'm saying that, I'm not speaking for, but I really, truly believe you can't be just one or the other. You have to be of both to really harness that power. And not to say that you have to do ill will, but you have to know the darkness and the light. There's no other way, okay, to really engage in the most powerful evolutionary growth that you can, okay, on a soul level. On a soul level. Just saying. Okay, Oracle Witch, divination magic, okay? You may engage in divination. You may have. It's showing here runes. She's doing runes and scrying. You may do runes, scrying, or cards, or a combination of all of those. Bibliomancy, there's all sorts of different types of divination that you can do that you need to engage in. I feel like you engage in this. You may also want to engage in this on a larger level as well, okay? Solitary witch. Yeah, you are a solitary person. Again, getting this entrepreneurship. You may want to branch out and do divination as a way to bring in wealth and to share energy and alchemize energy with other people, okay? But you do this in a gray area where you embrace light and dark. You're not afraid to look scary to other people. You're not afraid to stand out. You're not afraid to stand alone. That's important. Again, your crown. She's wearing a hat and you're wearing a crown, protecting the crown chakra. Hoodoo witch. Okay, conjuring magic. You may be into hoodoo witchcraft as well. A more earth-based, shamanistic, can be dark. Okay. What I'm getting from this card, because I'm getting a few things from this card. Okay. Not afraid to be dark. You are definitely not afraid to be dark. Which is not a bad thing, because not all dark things are bad and all light things are good, right? You are definitely not afraid to be dark. You're not afraid to really get in deep with the subconscious, unconscious mind, going deep, delving deep into the earth, into things that are seen as darker. Getting blood magic here. I don't know if that's going to come up. I don't even know if it's a card in here, but I am getting it. Okay. Closet witch, concealment magic. Okay, you may also be in the closet. We have had a prior reading about being in the closet, but also you may as well deal with concealment. You may conceal your practice, or you may be really good at concealing things. Concealing your magic, making things invisible, making things unseen, concealing things. Also protection. Protection and concealment is very important in getting that. Because you have to be protected because people are coming at you. Cosmic Witch, we got this in a prior reading. Cosmic Witch, you are very expansive, very earthly, very expansive, very cosmic, very planetary, very divine, and then also very earth-based and very dark and very roots in the ground, even telepathic I'm getting, okay? Hearth Witch. Homemaking magic. Okay, well that's always fun. Making your home and engaging in the magic in your home, okay? This can be on the, on the stove, by the fire, but also just be in the home in general, making it a magical place and making it supportive of your magical practice, which would mean you have to be open on some level to anyone who would come into your home. There would be a magical element there. Even if you conceal it, it's going to be there, okay? Anyone walking into my home is probably going to know I'm a witch. I'm just saying. My home, how many altars can you have in different locations? I don't know, but I feel like every surface is a potential for an altar. I'm just saying, not everyone has that luxury, but if you do, it works, okay? Time to be unapologetic. Okay. Time to accept your leadership role. You're so powerful. What am I getting? There's another deck. What am I being drawn to? What am I being drawn to? It's it's a time to really be on your own, to close things out, to engage in dark and light, to be balanced. You know, it's beautiful energy. Oh, oh man, that just wanted to come out. The fire dragon. Fire dragon wants to come out in Gothic Oracle. Protective. Protective. You're protected. You have some fierce energies guarding your back, and also you can be fierce as well. I feel like if people get you angry enough, they're gonna see a side of you that they probably wish they should just they should have just shut the hell up and left you alone. Power of 3. I'm getting Hecate here. Hecate's coming out. That's what I'm getting. The underworld, emerging from the underworld into liminal space. Okay. The Wheel of the Year. Interesting. Wheel of the Year. I'm also getting the Wheel in the Tarot as well, of course. I'm going to see that. There's something coming important between the fall and winter. More closely to fall. Well, fall and winter. Something could be really coming to fruition. But I'm also getting that the Wheel of the Year is important. That you need to really tap into the seasons of your magic and the seasons of your life. And when they change over, and how you feel and how you engage in different magic, working with different systems, different deities during different times of this year, the Wheel of the Year. Also, the Wheel of the Year is a circle liminality, okay? Also, dragons coming out twice. You are super highly protected by draconic forces. Make a wish. People want to take your wish away. I did come out with the evil eye. You need to make a wish. You are very connected. You are very divinely connected. And you can manifest on crazy levels. You're a wonderful manifester. There's some wishes you had since childhood that you need to work on. Dreams you've had even since childhood. You had this connection since childhood. You've always been connected. You're a chosen one, so you've always been connected. And that means you've also always felt the evil eye. You've always come across things that wanted to come at you, but you always felt super watched. You were watched by beneficial forces and negative forces as well. You had a divine connection even then. Even before you were practicing magic before you really knew how to the ins and outs of practicing magic, because it comes natural to you because of this chosen status. And again, with chosen status, and that's the only word we have. I know that makes you sound like you're super special, and a lot of people don't like that, but it's the only word we really have. Divinely connected. Okay, how about that one? You've always been divinely connected. And it's time for you to really tap into this. If you have not, I'm sure you already have, but to really go further with it and to really heal a lot more in your childhood. To understand your childhood and the things you went through and the pain and suffering you went through, and how that connected you even further to the divine. The divine was always there. Your manifestation was always there. But there was a lot going on at that time. And you were sovereign, but you weren't allowed to be sovereign because you were a child, and society doesn't allow you to be sovereign when you're a child. But divinely you were sovereign in many ways. Why is this card wanting to come out here? Oh, Valor. Look at this. Yeah, in charge. In charge. Connected. Wow. With a dragon on her. With a dragon. Okay? You're protected. You're strong. You've been made strong through all of this. Everything you've been through. Been made strong. You're a warrior and a leader. Whether you have this in the physical realm or not, you definitely have this in the spiritual realm. You're of rank. Okay. Ooh, interesting. We have forever yours and we have life blood. The Reaper here and death. Okay, the Reaper here and death. There is someone from beyond the grave could be wanting to message you, a spirit, someone who's passed on. It could be been for a while or recent. Someone you were close to and you need to work death magic or, well, necromancy. You need to be in communication with spirits that have passed on, especially those of your beloved. I'm also getting that you're very connected to death magic. Death is very connected to you. Transformation, the cutting away, alchemizing, death, renewal, rebirth is all very natural too. Those cards came out together. They are entwined together. Lifeblood. And forever yours. Look into necromancy. Look into spirit connection. Look into mediumship. Look into these things, even if you look into them a little bit and engage them in a little way. Connect with a death deity. Whatever you do, it's going to help you. Okay? But there is a strong connection to death. And what did I say? What did I say? I said death and rebirth and alchemy. What is this phoenix rising? Your rebirth. Death and rebirth. You are being reborn a strong person. You've gone through all this stuff. You've alchemized it. You've been reborn. You are a stronger person. The phoenix, you're being reborn into power, into this leadership. You really need to explore death. Like, that's important. I don't feel like you're someone who's scared of death or darker things. You need to look into that. It's important for you. Owl Messenger. Messages. Messages from the divine. There's guidance from the divine here. There's divine messages guiding you. And also possibly messages from the deceased. Deceased spirits. Mediumship would be an interesting outlet for you. You could possibly really, now again, it's, everyone's different, so you know what resonates, you know your deal. But I feel like for some of you, death magic, death deity, and for some of you, mediumship, or some of you both, like, you'll know. Moonstone, moonstone. The tie of the moon, the tie of the darkness, the tie of dragons. Something about dragons really important for you, that strong draconic connection, exploring draconic currents will be very important in your magic. Also in line with the moon, lunar magic as well. The full moon coming out here in full force right now, okay? That's coming out. Moon cycles, full moon cycles, you're full powered. Something about being at your full power. Moonstone in a graveyard as well. Could be helpful as an offering. Ah! Got this in a prior reading. Ah, fierce loyalty. You have fierce loyalty to spirit, even on your off days. Even on your low, what you think they're low spiritual days, you're still more connected than the average person, okay? That's just how it is. You got that liminal connection. Makes you a natural witch. Makes you a natural sorceress, sorcerer, wizard, whatever. It connects you. And because of that, you have some very strong guides. You have draconic guides too, which are very powerful. Work draconic magic. Look into draconic magic. Draconic magic is calling you in this reading, as well as death magic. Getting to know your sovereignty and being reborn. These are all really strong energies calling you right now, because of what you have to protect yourself from, and because of your mission, your divine mission to heal and move forward and help others heal and move forward into our spiritual existence, our spiritual evolution. Okay? That's very important. Patience. It's going to take time. Don't expect it to be done overnight. You'll notice, if you go this route and you're open to the public, and like, let's say you're doing an online thing, because that's the easiest example here. Let's say you're doing it online and you start getting caught up in numbers, even just a little bit. You will probably lose whatever you've gained if you're too attached. And then when you're detached, you will gain more. There's a trend. Learn patience. They want you to be detached from the numbers, detached from the outcome. You have a divine mission. You have a divine treasure to share with others. You cannot get caught up in popularity, because popularity will ruin that, and it will taint the message. Creation and guidance. You're being guided. You're being guided to create. You get a lot of creative ideas, a lot of divinely guided ideas to create. Feels like more than one card. It's just one card. Okay. These are connected together. Creation and guidance. You're a very creative person. Part of your spirituality is creating. You're an artist of some sort, a creator of some sort. You create something of some sort, and it's also divinely led. It's tied to divinity in some way. It's tied to the occult. It's tied to magic. It's tied to spirituality in some way, even if that is symbolic, through symbolism, through storytelling. So in some way, that's what's happening. Love. Spirit desperately wants to tell you that they love you. This is a spiritual love. This is the love you have for Spirit, and the Spirit has for you. You also could have a spirit lover. But regardless, you are what you can maybe never experience on a physical realm, you will experience in the realm of the divine. You're emerging a whole new person. Again, with this Phoenix energy, we had the Phoenix earlier. Right, here we go. Phoenix and emerging. You're emerging a whole new, powerful force. Wear your crown and wear it proud, because you're a divine leader and it's time you step into your power. Blessings.